tonight to look. We're looking at what object number we might be. We're not certain that RADFX Sat 2 is object M, like Mike. It is shown in NASA Bear as RADFX Sat 2, but that's assigned to the object M TLE. We have some suspicions that it could be either Delta or Charlie. The other two objects that are, as you can see on the screen, they're the ones that are pretty close proximity to object M there. So Mark Hammond at 8MH, he's on GoToMeeting in the background, and I've got his sound in my ear. He's going to do some testing, send some signals, and look at what's repeated back from the transponder to try to determine from Doppler to get a better idea which one it is. So we still request that everybody stay off of the transponder, because as transponders work, the power that it's generating is divided up amongst all the signals. And because it is so weak, we want to try to keep it just the one signal that he's trying to track, so that himself and others can be looking at that to watch what the frequency does as we look at the different objects. So that's where it is. I'll narrate as we go, maybe, depending on what happens. But that's the action right now. And I'll probably zoom you in a little bit here, huh? It's, by the way, that's Pumpkin. Pumpkin is the king of this place, and he's my space buddy. Oops. That's good. There we go. You can watch the back of my head. Actually, the microphone's here. I was talking to the camera. I don't even know if you heard me. Roger 3. You got to be overseeing, Pump. That's your job. Look too happy about it. Here comes the boss. You make your way through. There you go. All right, you the man. Ready? There you go. Antennas are starting, my antennas are starting to swing around for object D. Might be able to see a little bit of what he's seeing. Hey, you know, maybe the SDR is the way to go, huh? What do you think? It's like I suddenly have the hump in the middle there, huh? Yeah, that's good. All right. We're looking at the various objects there. Right now, he's thinking object C might be the best candidate for that little. It's a short pass, but from what signals he was able to see, and I could copy the one as well. From object C, he says it looks like it might be the closest match for the Doppler shift. I'm LOS here, so I won't see anymore. He's still working. He's not LOS yet. Not seeing a signal now, though. So that makes that, one of the things that was a consideration was the power system of the satellite. So it makes me wonder offhand if he was seeing his signal well, and then just a few minutes ago, he stopped seeing any signals. Could it be that if the power is low on the satellite and it's in eclipse now, the use of the transponder drained it down low enough that it shut off, or safe mode would be nominal, except we don't think the IHU's online right now, or if it is, we just certainly cannot at all detect the beacon. Okay, I'm listening to you while I narrate what's going on here. I had one thought when you lost signals, and that is if it is running on, if there is a power issue, and one of the questions I brought up was, then how does it last through eclipse? Well, maybe it didn't. Maybe it shut down from using it. Yeah. Yeah, that's was Alan listening or watching any of this tonight, do you know? Did you talk to him? So you were using the SAT PC 32 Doppler tracking, right? Yeah, and would not, if I could have seen them, and I did see it when you were on C, but I wasn't tracking C. I didn't have my Doppler on. But it should have also not been a slant for me. I should have been able to see that it was tracking your voice or carrier. So, right, whatever frequency you're at the satellite, if I tune that, then I should be very close to what you're seeing. Oops, I think my battery ran out there, but I was just I disappeared off the video there, so I guess the camera battery probably ran out. Charlie is straight. Sounds like sounds good to me. Okay, I'm changing out battery while you do that. Don't want to leave the viewing public hanging, because they can't even see you. All they can see is my set PC32, basically, which is not showing a whole lot since everything's out of range. Only a professor can say that. Well, yeah, yeah. Maybe we can see if we can get Alan to come in tomorrow night or something, or even tomorrow morning, whenever you can do it again. Horse. Okay, now you're on TV again. I got to get a big ass battery pack if I'm gonna be doing this stuff. Oh, but they can't hear you. You're just all visual there, so you gotta, you gotta. There you go. That's. I already told everybody. There's only two, so you got Charlie. That leaves Delta and Mike for some other people to claim. Then we'll have a drawing. I like it. I mean, that's good to hear, because I was listening to what you said, of course, and the way you said it, and that's the thing about, just eavesdropping, is that you can tell what as you talk to yourself, essentially talking to me, whoever, that what you can tell truth, you can sense truth in the way it's said. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you did, eh? Well, I'll put it on my VR headset and feed one into each lens and then have stereo, whatever you did there. How's that? It's a good way. It's a good way to do it, and we could pursue that again. Or obviously, we're not going to run off and claim Charlie yet, but individually, the video is a good idea. Then other people can look and opine on it, if you will. No, I don't mean post it. I meant the rest of us, not the whole. Yeah, because we don't want them to see your controls for the college and all that stuff, Yeah, let me see if I can click it to play. I'm not sure where the audio is going to go is the deal, because I've got audio routed all sorts of places. Oh, I thought I heard you talking there for a second, like you were what? How do you know what I'm seeing? All right, so let's just say I take it and I start at 0, and you say when, and no, I'm having a little trouble with Skype trying to let me go back to 0. All right, start again. It's going to open as soon as I click it. So, ready? Okay. It's playing right now, 0. Coming up. 12. Oh, okay, 13. I do. Yep. Around 1400 hertz or so. Well, I stopped it at 35 and it's not covered yet. So I'm looking at a little slanty line just above the AOS LOS window. Okay, I'm 15 seconds behind you at least. All right, hang on. Okay, I'm at 58 and I see the thing down there around 12 to 1300 hertz on the scale there. The top scale is 1000, 2000, so I guess it's hertz. I don't know. Okay, so I see it there clearly. Yes. Well, for sure, yeah. Yes. Yes. You should. Oh, it's a lap. You're using a laptop? Ah, you should like have the school buy something better. That. So, oh, I forgot you were doing it on your cell phone. It's moving around now, huh? Hang on, I'm almost there. 158. 159. I don't see it or I don't agree. One of the two. 205, hang on. The dumb thing won't keep the, oh, now I see it. Yeah, that's, so what's that? Each one of those is a correction, huh? Each one of the resets so that it's a barber pole. Okay. It's okay. I mean, the fact is, it is. It really doesn't matter the elevation because if you're tracking it, you're tracking it. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, but okay. I'm not certain what difference it would make, honestly. So this is when you started the losing the signal, which is around TCA, right? Which is interesting, isn't it? I mean, for the amount of time that it's been in orbit, it should whatever's going on, it should be stabilized. The magnetic stabilization ought to be as good as it's going to get, basically, I guess. Um, so it could be a fade, where the antenna gets shadowed. We don't have any idea what the spin is, so who knows? I mean, it might have been just been a fade, and I don't know. Anyways, that's all speculation. Speculation without some kind of fact doesn't help. So. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you get a picture? You're in the background keeps throwing me. Okay. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna have to download the video anyway to hear your voice because Skype absolutely does not like running at 48 or 96 kilohertz. I don't know what its problem is, but it won't play my audio well. So. Roger that. Well, that's why God gave us more than one path, right? There's a song there somewhere. Not what popped into mind, but yeah, yeah, I might, depending on what time I have. tonight. Looks like the pass I'm going to get next, and I'm still tracking M right this second as I look at it. But it's another 60 degree. You know, I think it's been pretty steady at having the same pass at each night, the same elevation. You know, it's kind of interesting. So maybe I'll if I can, I'll have a look at that. Maybe I'll try it, see what I see based on the different objects, and other than that, well, we can, like I said, we can talk about it more tomorrow. Are you gonna play in the morning? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just curious. Yeah, if it keeps getting earlier, I'll catch it before I go to bed pretty soon, you know. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, so you're good with that, then maybe I'll give it a try, and I'm sure Drew will want to when he can, and we can compare the notes, especially in regard to what you saw with the signal at after did that something like TCA after TCA. So there's some interesting stuff to prove out by another station, if you will, to see if the experience is the same. You could probably freeze the video at the good the two good shots of C maybe and include them with that. Just do a screen print. Yeah, I like that one myself. I think it's good because it's also going to help troubleshooting. If we're pointed the wrong way, especially as they spread, it's going to be hell. Why not? Besides, we got to idea it if we can. And I got to write the FCC. You get 1 week, so to let them know that we sort of heard it. uh, I reckon that's Drew would be the one to rule on that, wouldn't he? But I guess that's all it takes, right? I mean, or you could obviously do probably a little quick CW to call it a QSO or something, but definitely, I mean, if we're seeing our own signal through it, then that qualifies, whether or not it's CW or, I mean, literally CW or Morse code, right? So there you go. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, anyway, I mean, it's no different than Clef. I mean, it's got an AO number. It's doing a lot of good science, really, just leaving it kind of like watching you do that by yourself. That's what it's doing. It's doing stuff by itself and cranking out some really good science about the environment. So uh, it's a good deal. There ain't no losers. All right. Have a good night. Thank you much, and talk to you later. Yeah. Well, there you go. So Mark Hammond, N8MH, from what he just did tonight briefly, he said he's staking his claim that object C is actually radifexat, not object M, based on what he saw in the Doppler. So others of us will make that same comparison, because getting on there and sharing it at the same time provides an opportunity for, second eyes on the observation and what have you. It's like I said, identifying what object it is good. It'll be a lot easier, as he just pointed out, that if you waited a couple weeks, but we want to be able to continue troubleshooting, so putting all the energy at the right place in the sky makes a difference, right? There you go. So I guess that's your update for tonight as far as what's going on with radifexat 2. And we'll continue the current plan, continue to follow through and get a good claim on the object number, send that off to the 18th and space track to let them know about it. And then we'll continue the troubleshooting and the various things that we can try through the observations we're getting, just like tonight, what he saw as far as the signal strength and the signal disappearing, variety of things like that. So that's all for now. Have a good night.